Well, good morning to you. Monday, 15th of April 2024. Yeah, it was a good day yesterday. The Brocante was a very, very good one. The weather makes or breaks those events. If the weather promises to be nice, on the Friday, if the weather forecast says that the weather's going to be good, then people get organised and they go to a Brocante on the following Sunday. And yeah, it was good, very, very good. Lots of incredible junk, always, but interesting, incredible junk. Yeah, never mind. Back down to earth with a bump today. Shopping first off. The weather today is going to be fine, but not nearly as warm as it was yesterday. Well, that's not a big issue. Everyone's got their lights on because going through the forest. Driving along at breakneck speed, ignoring things basically. Well, no, I was enjoying them. I was soaking them up, and I thought you lot might like to see those wild lupins. Got traffic coming up behind me. Sorry about that. Yeah, wild lupins. I'll describe them as wild lupins. They tend not to jump out of the trees and attack anybody, but wild lupins nonetheless. And it's obviously just that week because the whole road along here, it's just been solid with them. Is some very tame colza, oilseed rape if you prefer. Well, how about that? Vice installation. To install this one, it's got a clamp screw that goes underneath it, and it's got a hole in the back end that will take a 10mm bolt. Yeah, to get a 10mm bolt in there, you have to take the screw out. Well, I probably wanted to do that anyway, just to give it a once over and a bit of a clean. Yeah, it's a funny little vice. I think it's rather a good vice. But in some ways it's sort of, I guess that's just where it's been used, isn't it? It's been filed on. So there we are. Anyway, I'm going to give this a wipe down with the sacrificed shirt. Yeah, I never did like ironing that shirt, but it got to a point where it was past its best, shall we say. The other thing that needed doing, I just needed to cut a little radius on the edge of the bench, because there's a little radius under there and it wouldn't have fitted snugly on a square worktop. So that's done. Very satisfying thing, isn't it? Yeah, suitable for some light work. One of the things I do need to do, I need to remember to always put a cover over it, because what happens in this workspace is a lot of cutting of firewood, and you get a fine covering of and that will stop a machine like this from working. And a quick look at the medieval torture implement. Some of you very well know that this is what's known as a chain wrench. The idea is it's got teeth on it, and when you come across something that you can't get a spanner on and you can't shift it, and grandma's hands aren't strong enough to get the top off a pickle jar and that sort of thing, with one of these you hook, oh, didn't do the vice up tight enough, you hook the chain, you know, you feed the chain around the recalcitrant object, and then you can bring some serious bite to it. Nothing very big with this one, you know, end caps on pipes, things like that. This particular one is sawdust down throat, is, I don't know, is that Gedor or Jedor? Gedor. It's a German tool company. I have no idea how old this is. They still make very, very similar devices. But I just think that's a useful addition to the armoury. And while I was moving stuff around to make the space to put this vise, yeah, unicorns. That was sent to me by good old Cutworm 59. Yeah. He posted that to me while I lived in Leigh-on-Sea, bless him. Not actually sure why, but then with Cutworm, knowing why is possibly beyond us. Have you ever noticed how quickly a workspace goes from being pristine clean to completely cluttered? Yeah, well, anyway, I suppose I can pop that back in there. That makes it a little tidier. What we've done, obviously, fitted this vise to the bench, and I've taken this vise apart so that I can clean it a little bit better and maybe see if I can find some marks to it. I don't know how old this is. What I did find on it is there is a little cartouche on there that I can't read. It's got some numbers on it, and there's this number, is that 200? I don't know. There's also a V and 3 1s, so number 8, which ties up nicely with, where is it? There we are. V and 3 1s, another number 8, so those two are made to go together. And this piece here, this cannon if you like, which has got the V and 3 1s. So these pieces are all made to fit together. Very simple bolt that goes through there that holds that. I've been looking, I can see no evidence of a spring, but I think there probably should have been one. But there we are, that's an interesting sort of vice. I'm going to give this some more cleaning before I reassemble it and oil it all up. Something that is cast in there, some numbers. Now, haven't got a clue what those numbers represent. You know, could the 75 be 1875? Could be, needn't be. Could it be 7.5 centi? I don't know. They're numbers. What they represent, haven't got a clue. But it's, you know, an interesting little vice.